Welcome back to my current obsession. We are going to be playing more Emberward today. Going to be continuing our last run from last episode and hopefully defeating the Bone Desert. It's been a pain to defeat, but we'll see. We might be able to do it today. But just to note two things. After the last episode ended, I did unlock 2 new characters apparently when I reopened the game. That being a builder and a magic lady. I do not know what they do yet. We will definitely check them out in the next run. For now, we will be continuing with our current run and our current build and going to this battle. Possibility mini shop. I'm going to focus more on building. It's always good to build. Yes, it takes time, but build, and more building is always good to do. First thing I want to do is I want to block off their access. We're going to make them run as far as we can. With that being said, we're also going to make sure that they go where we want them to go. So, let's start pushing them over. We can actually do this by first deploying that, then deploying that. This will expend next round. Puts that there. That one there. This sets up a good spot for fans. There's a little 4x right here, 2x right there. We'll get some basic fire units right now, and we'll send the next wave. Alright, an easy box right away. I like these corner pieces. I'm gonna take it. We're going to take small one with damage up, sure. We're going to place this here. We are also going to then place this. We can get that in a better spot. That's not horrible. We can always put a 2x right there. I'm trying to get as much value out of this as possible, but I think this is going to be good for now. But I want value out of it. So what if we do this? Well, it would be this. Boom. Right? Then we need a long boy, which we're probably not going to get first try. But I do know this is going to go here. Now we are doing a lot of early prep right now. Trust the process. It's gonna work how we want it to. Just gotta trust the process. That's it. We need a long. There it is. Perfect. Put that there. Break that thing. Let's get this in place. One of these right behind it. Okay, we have our fan placement set up. Put a fan there, we're going to put a fan here, we're going to put a fan here. Okay, fan hell is going to be placed there. This tank honestly might be placed here now that I think about it. Incorporated with, of course, fan hell. So we need to think that one through. Because he needs to be in a spot where he's going to damage everything. Obviously. But not in a spot where he's open. Fans are definitely stronger than it. So I'm almost thinking like putting him back here. Way back here, increase that range, he'll hit everything. Is there a 3x3 back here that works? I have no clue. Maybe right here? That'd be a little off to the corner. I think here's not bad, but I want to put a fan here. We'll figure it out. We'll figure it out as we go. We'll find a spot to fit him. A little piece, long piece. Okay. Good, that's what I was looking for. Let's do small boy. Screw it. Small boy. Small boy. Hear me out. Fans are still hella expensive right now, unfortunately. We'll place one with its upgrade. And then we'll place another fire tower. And let's work on making this a bit longer. Place that there. Okay. This isn't bad. Definitely still want to keep in mind we want a 3x3. Which is definitely not easy to make. But we can definitely make one here. And I think we should and I'm honestly thinking putting it up there. So let's send this wave. Let's put this here. And we'll put him there next round. So I want to give him the power and the protection. Strength and protection. Never bad. Okay. We like this piece better. I'm all for getting more pieces. I don't care if he's tossed too much right now. Put him right here. This isn't a bad spot to honestly do the increased stuff rather than the range. I want to try it. So we're going to. And then we're going to push these guys out more. It's the only way we're going to get to work right. So these guys have to go the long way around. Okay. Now he hits most of the range except for this little bit right here. But I think that's okay. So he's going to have a lot of damage coming his way. That's only giving 1 damage per. That's not worth it. For 1 more coin I can get 2 out of it. So we're going to stop doing that. Is this technically? It is. What does it give? Damage plus 8? So I think it's based on the type of tower then. That's interesting. Alright, well we'll ignore it for now. And we'll let it sit for a little bit. We got better upgrades to do in the future. For now we'll just put another fan down because they're cheap this round. And we'll give it its upgrade while the round's going. These are still cheap. These are worth 7 now. Does this give more than... Here's 3. That might be worth it now. Not really, though. So we'll give it a little bit of a buff there. We'll... 10? This gives 4. Yeah, not really worth it. I'll give it some crit chance. How much is this gonna give it? 10%. Okay, let's give it all. Let's crit chance. 20, 30, 40. So the next wave. Oh, the hand's full. Oopsies. Okay. Down to 4. Perfect. That's actually the perfect number for it to be on. Let's continue giving this thing its percent chance. So let's give it 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and that should be at 100 now. Perfect. It can't go over that, so we'll give it now damage. It's not that bad of a noise. It's a little annoying to listen to, but give it up to 100 at least. One more, just for good measure. Alright, 102 with 100% chance. Wait for this to go down in price and we'll feed that into it, I think. Until then, these fans are good how they are. This can get more damage. This can get... I would stay how it is. We need to extend our shoush to do this. This guy in the middle. Let's keep the saucing. Okay, we have a lot of cards, and I mean a lot of cards. Do these two here. What's this give me? Okay, I'm not against it. Let's grab this treasure. 20 coins. Take it. Buys us another one. Let's see what 5 does. Still just 2. Yeah. I like the idea of this being like extra strong. Like if this thing is doing 200 damage, that takes out most enemies in one hit. Alright. I mean, this guy's close to maxing out, right? Let's give him another one of these. 33. Let's give him boom. Boom. We can give him 1, 2, 3 more. So he's right at the edge, and then give him a big one. Perfect. 251. That should one-shot most things. Funny enough. Upgrade him. We'll get another fan down. Upgrade him. Send the next wave. I mean, he's doing so much damage. He's like, these guys are getting like destroyed by him. These guys get 2-shot by him. Scrap tank is powerful. If put in the right position, given the right upgrade, it's got some serious power to it. Let's go flame. Alright, here we are. Tower choice. Thunder Tower is pretty good, not what I'm looking for. Giant Dice Tower. Determines the attack rate of the tower. Interesting. That's very interesting. Another 6-sided determine its damage, but you could get worse than what it is. The dice will be rerolled at the end of each round is crazy. Those upgrades are very, I mean, it's luck based, right? Decimate Tower is an interesting one. It's a poison tower. I like the thought of getting it to use up those pieces, to be honest. But it is a 3x3. I want to reroll. Earthquake Tower. I love stuns. And I think we have something for stunning. Yeah. Critical, 100% critical rate when a monster is stunned. We're gonna go for it. This means we need to get some big maps because we need to make sure we can hit everything. When you kill a monster affected by chill, it releases frozen energy that spreads to the same number of chill stacks. Okay, but they're getting hit with constant chill, so it doesn't really help. Your scrap towers have 50% more ammo. The upgrade limit of your scrap tank tower is increased by... That's also nice. Burn duration is increased by 100%, but burn consumes 1 stack of chill. We're going to go with the Scrap Master. Increases our... makes them better. And we'll get a Gambler's Token. Now our scrap tank can go even further. Beyond. There's another relic we can get to increase it by 150 again. We can choose here. We don't have any embers to spend in the shop because we just did. So I think we go here for a chance of more embers. It's a corrupted battle, so it's going to be harder, but that's okay. And then we go to the workshop and see what we can do. This is the best one I could have given us. Okay. Draw at least 15 cards. That's annoying. Complete the level without using Scrap Tower. Does putting it in the thing count as using it? Forbidden. We're gonna do this, and we're only gonna use fire towers to fill up the tank. So can't use this. Okay. Well, first thing we're gonna do. All of these guys are forced into one area, which is perfect for us. So we can do something similar to this. And then this. And then this with this and this for a fan. That's the only reason I was doing that. And then we'll put another one here. And now we boom, boom, boom. Draw maybe. Place that there. We got another one placed down. Honestly, might be able to, with the right luck, already get our scrap tower down. We'll remove and give them infinite range. Building as much as we can. Let's send them with round 1 scrap tank. In a decent spot. Albeit not the best spot, because it goes off the edge of the map here. But it does hit early here, which is kind of nice. We need to find something to increase its fire rate. It is a fire tower now, so it's getting this fire boost too. Let's see. let's continue this direction. Can't afford a fan. That's okay. We can afford so many scrap towers, though. We can almost make a spot for another one. We can. And honestly, I'm not against that. Removing its range. Putting it on most progress. Can't fit another one though. Up here we might be able to, but for now let's ignore it. Let's send the next wave now. Are we going a little overkill with the scrap towers? We might be. But I think we can make it work anyway. How much is this going to add? 14. I think we're better off getting that cheaper for the 10 upgrade. Reroll it, cool. Let's get some of these guys put in. Okay, they're doing damage. Let's keep extending this line. Good spot for one of these. Which perfectly extends out to one never mind, doesn't perfectly do it. This is kind of satisfying though. Keep extending it out. Keep going out. This can be done better. Still can't afford fans, which kind of sucks. Fans are expensive, man. These guys are all doing a bunch of early damage, which is nice. They do fire damage, which is nice as well. By the time they get here, they're all weak on the tanks. Because they cover those angles. So I get another tank. This little 3x3 would be nice. Let's try to make that work. Alright, so let's see if we can make that little 3x3 work. This would start it, but we would need a small little piece. Unfortunately, there's no chests around, are there? No. Guess we can't make that work yet. Didn't get the best draw. This would require a 2x. Then all we need is a 2x piece. We can afford our fans now, which is nice. Honestly, if they make it that far, they're kind of making it anyway. We need a 1x right there, if possible. We need to remove this and place a fan there instead. We need to find a thing for in here to put a fan on. And let's send the next wave. Let's just feed these one. We'll give this a chill as soon as we can afford it. Also, I remember that with the character that I'm playing, that saving money at the end of rounds is good. Because this interest goes up. At the end of each wave, 10% of your coins will be saved as interest and carried over to the next level. It's also good to keep in mind. If we didn't get our 2x, it's fine. We can also sort of like force this up even further now that I think about it. Which is where one of these would be placed. Which is crazy. Crazy thinking about going up that way, but this is also nice to do. I forgot we had the stun tower. That's so much better to put here. Converts to fire damage and ignites nearby monsters, causing burn damage. I'm not against that, as long as it still stuns. And those stunned ones will take bonus damage from everything that's here. That's perfect. That's still the next wave. These tank towers are mainly good at doing that early damage out here. Like that gets them weak already. It's really nice. They do get targeted a lot though. I'm assuming that it's still stunning. Ooh, that's unfortunate. We do need some towers back here. Something to pay attention to. Still not getting our 2x base. Where are you, little guy? Oh my gosh. He doesn't want to come out. There he is. Let's get him down. Let's get down that tank tower. Let's increase that range. Just do some early damage, my friend. Do most progress for now. This guy will always be on highest target. Get some of these to put in place. Sun the next wave. Probably would have been better to spend money on upgrading the tank tower, but it's okay. Can't really like send these guys any specific way. It doesn't do anything delaying them out here. It is still stunning them, and we do bonus damage when they're stunned. So it's still good. Them getting stunned sucks. It sucks a lot. It sucks a lot. So we can wiggle them up through here. We just gotta find the right placements for it. We need a 3 long or 2 long here with a 1 or no. The only thing that works here is a 3 long, which isn't possible. Unless we get a little 1 by and something. Okay. Scrap towers are so cheap right now. But it like doesn't matter because they're hard to place. Increase this crit chance. Give 75% with an 82 damage. So the next wave, it's gonna be doing first hit anyway, so Arcane's not bad to have on it. This looks scary, I'm not gonna lie. A lot of stuff coming. This is starting to look scary. That does so much damage now. This guy does 158. Just pure damage. Okay. Let's get this guy in here. Might as well get the last of his crit up. 99%. If it doesn't hit, that's on him. Get this guy's crit up, might as well. Alright, 41. His damage went down, which is interesting. I think it's because he changed to Arcane. And he's on a fire room. So, we will definitely hit him with a fire next time. They're getting pretty far. I don't like when they get to this point. $219 damage now. Repeating him fire in the middle of the round is so nice. I think this is viable. I gotta be careful with it. I will say that, but it is viable. Didn't use a scrap tower, got a bunch of embers for it. Do this. We already have fans for that. This is smaller though. Would be good in spots where we can't fit a fan. But usually if we can fit a 1x2, we can fit a 2x2. More gold isn't bad for upgrading our tanks faster, but it's a very specific tower. We'll take it. We might be able to make it work. Non-critical hit by a tower increases critical hit chance by 5%. In preparation phase, towers on buff tiles can be sold at full price and does not lose value. When you play the leftmost card in your hand, all your towers cost 3 gold less to build. Stores after building any tower. Need cheap tanks that way. Chameleon, when a monster dies within 5 towers of your fire source, you gain 30% to 100% extra gold. Be good for making a circle around the fire source, but it's dangerous if they're getting that close. It is definitely the Statue of Greed. Do I have... Oops, wrong one. I don't have any normal towers, or many of them anyway. So Chameleon's not useful. Leftmost isn't bad. Preparation phase towers on buff tiles can be sold at full price. Increased crit chance also isn't bad. Let's do this. And we gotta remember that we have that perk. Do not forget. Let's go to the workshop. A bunch of embers to sell or use. Let's get a couple of them placed. I want to make a small. I would love to remove some, I'm not gonna lie. These guys are so annoying to get. Removing it. Everything else here, except for this guy, so he's kind of useless too, but everything else here I think is useful. Let's reforge. I want to make... What's my most annoying one? Kind of this one. He's good for blocking things, though. I might regret this. Might regret this later. We're losing the gold. It's fine. But I want a little guy. Anything else needing engraving? Give them some engravings. That's a bad pull, I'll be honest. Just give it the royalty. Take it early. This one, also kind of a bad pull. Go flame. And then this one's the last one, so we might as well do it. But I was kind of hoping for some speed ups, but I guess it's okay. I want to try to live here. And we can skip to boss battle right now. And we don't need another tower. And we don't need another block. We'll stop in the shop, straight to boss battle. Things are discounted. So that'll be nice. This one's discounted, not useful though. Increased by 100%, but burn consumes 1 stack of chill every second. I don't really know what that means. That might be really good, but I don't know what it means. Reduces the monster's speed. Oh, okay, so it would reduce... It would remove chill stacks, but make burn last longer. So we're trading damage, essentially. This is also a really good tower. That is tempting. That's very tempting. Poison tower is always tempting. What I would get rid of... Honestly, the scrap tower. Free reroll, might as well use it. A long boy. Always nice to have. It's got a speed thing on it too. Yeah, I probably should have healed, but honestly, if you lose in the boss battle, you're going to lose anyway. So, let's send it straight into the heart of the boss battle. I want to see if I can peak this guy's health early. 20,000. So what? It takes 20 shots if I can get 200 damage per shot. I think we can make that work with scrap towers. Let's get some early stuff here. Okay, so a long boy, not bad, and healing. I'll take it. And we'll take another long one. So the reason why I like the long one so much is because we can be very, very specific with their pathing. For example, right now, we're just going to use this to block this off and force them to go this way. But even better than that is down here. We can be like, no, I need you to turn in. Okay, that's fine. Then I can be like, but I also want to make this super useful for me in the future. And you might be like, oh, how are you going to do that? Well, put this guy right here. That's a double speed and a flame. Right? I might be like, why is that? Why is that necessary? Well, if you remember our upgrades that we got, there's nothing more necessary than that. And what we can do is first we block this off. And now we're making them wind through while getting demolished By this scrap tower, that's double the speed. It's increased speed. And has a fire rune on it. That will get buffed by a fire tower to make it actually take that in. Okay, place 2 of those for now. We'll place one of these here. And we'll place a fan on it. And we're already cooking. Cooking with fire already. Alright, cooking with fire. I don't mind this getting pushed down a little bit. So we'll do this, I think. We still have our little guys. So we can almost even put another scrap tower here. If we wanted to. We can make this just scrap tower lane. If we really want to. We have the necessary tools for it. But for now, let's do this in a very specific way. One that includes, but is not limited to, a block placed like this. Well, a block placed like this to open us to more room, obviously. And then we'll place more over there. But let's just send it over. Let's put one of these here for now. Might remove that at a later date. Give me more longbows. Alright, boom, we're gonna remove it now. Okay. Almost looked like my scrap tower did that damage, which was kind of funny. Let's get another long one in here. Boom. I like the long towers for these very specific reasons. Because they play out really well when they're placed well. Do I want to face another way? We do. Let's get that in there. Let's get that in there. Let's get that in there. We can make this poisoned like crazy if we want to. For now, we'll do this. Honestly, what's my here for that? Put another one there. We'll get boom and boom as soon as we can. That poison is almost single-handedly getting rid of these guys. It takes time for it to tick down, but it is a lot. To be blunt. Alright, let's keep working on the Path of Death. We're gonna push this up like this. Because I want to place a scrap tower here. This is going to be insane if it works. I'll do this. Okay. So now this is a problem. So you might be like, oh, how do we fix that problem? And to that I say, if we just block off a side and we deal with it, we make it work. This is okay, this will burn, but it's fine. We will even do this to push down even further. This to give me a spot. This to give me another scrap tower. Now that might be overkill, and I'm not gonna lie, it might be. But also, is it fun? You know, like, cause let's be honest, when you play video games, what do you really care about? Things being overkill and too much, or things being fun? That's what I gotta say about it. Let's honestly draw another here. And another. Yeah, let's put it right here. Right here? And right here. And right there. And let's get some poison in place. Okay. Let's upgrade that. Let's put one of those in there. Let's send the next wave. Even. Look at that poison damage to these little guys. I mean, they're dying to the poison alone. They don't need any help from anyone else. Okay, now we have to worry about these guys though. Because they might look small, but they're dangerous. Very dangerous. Okay. I think I want to focus on fortifying this area a lot. So this guy especially. This guy's gonna do our most damage because he's fast firing, has a fire underneath him. This guy needs to be doing a lot of damage. I mean a lot. This number needs to be in the 200s. We need to upgrade him as well. I think we're gonna go with range on pretty much all of these guys. This guy's gonna go back to highest HP. These both might go highest HP. These long cards are nice because they will allow me to wind them so much. They have so much to go through. That's bad pull on that being very high price. Unfortunate. Some of these areas, I think it wouldn't be bad to fit a stun tower in. So we're going to be looking for a good spot for that. I almost kind of keep forgetting that I have them. We can make one work in here. Then I will. Let's try to make one work in here. Okay. Okay. We're gonna make it work. Trust the process. Just gotta trust the process. Not against letting them go down early here. In order to get placements for more things. 2 fires and a coin. Draw a card. And we use it to block off like that. Stun's happening here. This thing is a 2x2. And it has a pretty big radius. We can fit it in right here. Which will hit a good majority of our stuff. We need to get their small boy. Can't afford to shuffle for it right now. Can do. Let's get this guy. Chill. Okay, we needed that. Any other spots we can put one? Up here. Send the next wave. So we do have a problem with, I feel like we don't have enough damage output. We might need to focus a little bit more on it. Especially since this thing's stunning up here and nothing's damaging it. Nothing's helping with it. So we need to get something up there to help the stun. This is a massive block. These guys are getting a little too far for my liking. It's kind of what they're meant to do, but I mean, we have to allow them. Okay. Let's see. This stun would best be used with something else doing some pushing, and then a bunch of normal damage. So not a scrap tower, but instead a lot of these guys all positioned in a spot that they can hit that stun. Not crazy good, but it's something. And then we're gonna feed this guy. This is my main one I want to feed. Grab this. We will get, I like the small boy, because that can be fit into here, where we can then put this gold. And we need to take advantage of this. We need to, one of these times, I mean, we're gonna have to start building, like, soon. Soon as in now. Yeah, see, now that stun doing a bunch of damage now. That's good. Hands full, so we definitely need to start getting this stuff to work. We're not able to, unless we drill, which we can do. Gonna drill this. A little wasteful, but I think it'll be okay. We're going to do this. If we can get them to just naturally follow the line, I'm happy with that. Not bad. They're naturally following the line, so we leave it, let them do that. Let's put down this statue here. Every time a monster dies within range, when there's a monster within range, it costs 1. Okay, we don't want to do this one. This isn't a bad upgrade. No, they don't really die in that range though. So we'll leave this like this. Powerful mission tower which attracts gold monsters that die within this range. Grant an additional 50%. Oh, in its range. Okay. So maybe sell you, place you here is better. I think dying in this range is more common. Even like having 2 of them here. We'll do that. Okay. I want to send the next wave and I want to pump into this. 97 you're at. And you can still take a bunch? Yeah. Pump all my gold to there. And let's get the building out here. So we want to best use these corners. Ideally by straight up sending them down the line. We're running a little dry on long pieces though. Kinda sucks. Way too big. Unfortunately. Long piece? Long piece, I'll take it. Long piece, kind of. Okay, as long as this stun doesn't get overly stunned, we'll be fine. I don't want to make this do fire damage too. Oh, that's where they're dying up here. Maybe this wasn't a bad spot for it. Okay. It's getting scary, because next wave he's pushing. Or this wave he's pushing. Oh boy, okay. Okay, piece that's gonna be annoying. Time for you to play. Oof, I'm not drawing a useless piece. These are all useful pieces. Okay. It's good damage there, I guess. He's going to be attacking though. Sketchy. I didn't have money to spend to cover that how I wanted to, but it's okay. As long as they don't make it all the way back here, we're fine. Poison's hella, I mean, all my towers are just hella expensive this round, which sucks. Did these increase in price at all? They're still not worth much. I mean, does it really... Does it matter? I don't think so. How much is this guy doing now? 185? More. 220, that's better. Highest HP, highest HP. You still haven't been upgraded to be better. So the next wave. Very much early explosive damage, we'll take it. He's maxed. This one's next. All my money made goes in these guys, and I'm relying on them heavy. Any... No. Okay. It is only down to these three and then the boss. Okay, they're putting in work against the boss. Okay, here we go. Come on, do that damage, buddy. Come on, scrap tanks, do your job. They are doing their job. They are doing it. Poison's not going to affect them much, it'll do a little bit. 12,000 still is crazy. He's gonna make it. No. No way. No way. He still makes it with like half of his health left. What am I meant to do? I'm in awe. I don't know how to defeat this guy. I mean, I thought 200 damage per shot scrap tank towers would wipe him. But maybe not. Well, that is unfortunate. I guess we'll have to try something else. I thought that that was like the build for it. I mean, maybe I should have had another stun somewhere. More stuns equals better. Stuns is so big though, there needs to be like a smaller stun tower, surely. Or better relics. Well, we will try next time. That'll be the end of this episode. Hour-long episode, not too bad. Boss was so unfortunate. We're very close to defeating this boss, and it's taken me way too long to defeat him. So I am determined to do it next time. We'll get him at one point. We'll sure get him at one point. I'm not lowering difficulty. Mama didn't raise no bitch. But until then, until we try again, don't forget to like and subscribe if you enjoyed the video. Maybe leave a comment. And I'll see you next time.